Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jim Hacking, and this is the Immigration Answer Show, episode number 386. We are trucking towards 400. It's hard to believe we're going to hit 400. It seems like just a little while ago we were at 200, so it's sort of hard to believe. If you've been watching with us all along, let us know back about what episode you think you started watching. I appreciate everybody who are our new friends, our old friends. We really appreciate all the support and love that everyone from the show has given us. I was down in Nashville yesterday and I saw somebody spotting me out, and I'm pretty sure they knew me from the show. It's pretty funny getting spotted out in public. I hope you all are having a great week. I hope immigration is making you happy and not making you sad. I hope that they are turning things around at that broken embassy. I saw that the State Department is touting how many visit visas they've given out this year, all the while keeping their family-based visas stuck with no end in sight, no real relief, no real plan to make those easier. I did notice that USCIS had the effing nerve to announce that they're going to start charging premium processing for I-539s. So this is for changes and extensions of status. Now, they want you to pay hundreds and hundreds of extra dollars to get them to do what they were supposed to do in a timely manner. And they're actually promoting this. They're actually saying, woohoo, look at us. We're going to offer premium processing on cases. Now, remember, when USCIS sets the fee for a case like a I-539, that fee is supposed to cover them operating in a reasonably fast time frame. But lo and behold, they now want to charge $1,500, I think, or maybe $2,500 or maybe $2,000 for premium processing to do what they were already supposed to do. It's really inexcusable. It'd be like if you showed up for dinner and it said, well, the price for the dinner is $80. But if you only pay $80, we're going to give you the food tomorrow instead of when they're supposed to give it to you. So, but if you pay us $380, we'll give you the food, in about an hour. I mean, what the heck? It's such a joke. Like in any business, they'd be bankrupt if they operated like these clowns at USCIS. So the idea that they're not going to charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do what they are legally obligated to do, and I would say after having accepted your filing fees, morally obligated to do in a timely fashion. It's a total joke. And instead of fixing their shit, they just want to charge you more money to do what they're supposed to do anyway. It's really, really inexcusable. Sammy likes the San Diego State gear. Don't forget, people, San Diego State came one game away from winning the national championship in basketball. Hard to believe. Little old San Diego State. My son Ismail's school. He's going to be a senior there next year. By the way, anybody in San Diego who knows of an apartment he could sublet for a month, I'm just putting it out in the atmosphere. He needs an apartment from the end of July to the end of August. If you promise not to stab him or beat him over the head and got a place for him to stay for a month, he'd be happy to pay rent, and we'd be very happy to do that. So if anybody knows anyone in San Diego that has a room for rent, he's going to put his stuff in storage, but he needs a place to lay his little head because he started his own business. So Ismail has started a business in San Diego. It's actually doing pretty well, and it's sort of cool. What he does is, so he gets hired by realtors to make videos about the properties that they're trying to sell. So he has a drone and he walks through the house and he makes reels for Instagram and other marketing material for people that are trying to sell these houses. So it's a nice little business. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start answering some questions. I will be here for the full hour, and then tomorrow we'll be here at our usual time of 4 p.m. Even though it's Wednesday, we're going to do a show tomorrow because I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks, and I don't know if I'm going to do a show at all. So if you're not on our text list, you're definitely going to want to be on our text list when I'm out of town, because I might just do a show for half an hour one morning. I might do it in the afternoon. The times are going to be crazy. So if you want to get on our text list, to find out when, starting next week, I'll be doing a show. You should text the word show to 314-470-3300. Of course, this only works for people in the United States. So with that being said, let's get this party started. Remember, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know what you got going on. Eunice is ready to go. What do you say, Eunice?
I just unmuted. Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, good. I've been trying to speak with you for a long time.
Well, here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I spoke with you, I think it was a long time ago. I think it was before Ramadan or in Ramadan.
Okay.
And shorts after that, I had the office and already working on the case. I just had a question about the affidavit of support. If you remember last time, it was we're still waiting. We were still waiting for the I-130, but it was approved like a week ago, and now we're starting to collect all the documents. And also, I want to ask a question just about the affidavit of support because now that my wife, she's actually uh, living in Morocco with me and the kids, and also she's working in Morocco. Uh, she's not able to do the sponsor, So, is it possible, to use the asset that we have, like the house we have in US?
No.
Uh, yeah. So is there any other solution, or we just need
Co-sponsor.
to find a co-sponsor?
Find a co-sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
The rules say you can use assets. The rules say you can use money in your bank account, but they don't process those nearly as quickly. You're going to be adding yourself months and months of delay if you try it. I would recommend
Mm-hmm.
highly against it. So,
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
what.
she still has to be the main sponsor. So don't forget, she has to be paying her
Yes.
taxes.
Yeah, she
Um,
did. She
but
she
then
has she filed taxes, foreign taxes every
good.
year, so it's fine. That's what actually Katerina said, the attorney. She said that you're from your office. She said that you don't suggest us to do that, to use the
Yep.
assets. So okay, so basically, if we need to use someone, he needs how much he needs to make because uh, you know, like if he has four people in his family, does he have to make like more than 30, $40,000 a
So
year?
here's how I think about it. Just because I never want it to be too close, right? So in my mind, if it's a single person with nobody else in their family,
Mm-hmm.
it's 30,000. And then
Mm-hmm.
we add 6,000 for each person above that.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a man with a spouse and two kids, then it'd be 30,000 plus 18,000, so 48,000 in each of the last 3 years.
Oh, okay. So it
That's
has
that's
to be
that's
for the
that
last 3 years, or it can be only the last year. 3 years. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to mess
Okay.
around with this twice. Every time you have to get a new co-sponsor or submit more documents, you're talking 2 or 3 months. So you want to smash it.
Oh, okay. I have to
You
do
don't
it
want
in
to
one
just
time.
you don't want to just squeak in.
Okay. One more last question. Can we have two more co-sponsors, or we have to do only one? Just to.
If you have two doesn't do you any good. You can't add them together. It has to be one person that makes enough. So just go with a higher person, or don't stop looking until you get someone who makes enough on their own.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. So we'll try to find someone, and we'll submit all the application to your office, to the office,
Thanks,
inshallah.
Eunice. See you,
Okay,
buddy.
thank you very
Inshallah.
much,
Later, bud.
Salam alaikum.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye bye. All right. All right. Let's say hi to Sharon. Hello, Sharon.
Hey Jim, thanks for picking me up. Um, so I have a quick question that um, so after submitting U visa application, even with this deferred action, how long will it take for the work visa to like? Is it like EAD the work visa, or how long will it take? And meanwhile, can we stay in US if we don't have any other visa?
Yes, you can stay. It'll take years. I've never handled a U visa, so I don't know, but I would imagine the work card's you're talking years and years.
So till that is available, till that is presentable, we can still stay, right? Currently, if I'm on whatever visa it is right now, if it is expired and I applied for a U visa, till it gets approved, I can still stay in the US.
Yeah, I mean, you're just you're just hoping. I mean, a U visa; those are pretty hard to win. So I don't know. Are you using an attorney? Because you should be, and not us. We don't do those. But I would not try to do a U visa on my own. Those are very tricky.
Yes, when I reached out to your office, they have mentioned like we don't normally do that, but there is this show going on, and Jim has a lot of information.
Yeah.
He can at least
So
guide
so
you
my, so
in a
my
proper
advice
way.
my advice is to hire an immigration lawyer to help you with your U visa. You should not do that on your own.
Yeah. I'm not planning to do it on my own. But I just did little research, and that's what I found out. I just wanted to ask, till I get my work permit or whatever it is. If it takes 1 year to get work permit, and my current visa is expiring, can I, like, in the between, can I still stay in US?
This would be a great question to hire whatever U visa lawyer you hire, because I don't know the answer.
Okay. Okay then. Okay. Thank
Bye,
you.
Sharon. See you,
That's all.
buddy. Okay, bye. All right, Stacy, are you driving? If you're driving, I can't talk to you. If you're not driving, give me a thumbs up. No idea. All right, Armand.
Hi, Jim. I have a question. My parents have applied for a B1, B2 tourist visa. I know you don't handle those, but it has been more than a year. They're from Iran. They attended their interview in Dubai on April 2022.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been under administrative processing. They asked for some more documents in a week. They submitted that. They received the confirmation. No results yet as we check online. We have emailed them without any, they just sent back some basically generic email. We have
Mhm.
contacted senator's office. They told us they have basically contacted the U.S. Embassy in Dubai to expedite it. Uh, uh, so, do you think there's anything else that we can do at this point to help with this, or should we just
I,
wait?
I think you should treat it as a denial. I don't think they're going to give them a visit visa. There's no right to a visit visa. They don't want to give them the visit visa. If they wanted to give it to them, they would have given it to them a long time ago. So I would say I don't think it's going to happen.
All right. So basically, I think that answers my other question too. So we were thinking about like them getting like their visa coming here, and then basically we are getting citizens. We're becoming citizens soon. Then applying for that. So we should just move ahead, apply for them without them being here, based on what you're saying. Thank you.
Wait. You mean apply? You mean once you get your citizenship, you're going to apply for green cards for them?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
yeah. I mean, we are not gonna wait to see maybe like they can get it soon, and then because like it's easier here when they're here, right? Correct?
Well, but how are they going to get here?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to have to consular process.
All right. Yeah, sure. So you think after a year, there's not that much chance that we should rely on
I would
regarding.
treat it in my mind as a refusal. Did your dad have any military service in Iran?
No, he did his graduate studies in U.S. 30 years ago. My mom and my dad both were here in U.S. 3 times in the past couple of years. They had visited us. We've been going back and forth, uh, even when we were on student visas. So it's just like interesting, like suddenly what happened.
That sucks.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you. Have a good
All right.
one.
Okay, bye. Let's say hi to Prashanti. Hello, Prashanti.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
So I have a question regarding OPT. So I did file for my STEM extension, and in the process, I had to change my employer. And from what I've researched, it was like okay to send an amendment to USCIS with my new I-20 with my new employer. And I recently started a new job and I need to send that, but my university said that they can give me a new I-20, but I need to send the document to USCIS, and I'm just not sure if that's okay to do.
That's okay.
And there is just a upload evidence box in my USCIS portal, and I was wondering if that's okay for me to just upload my new I-20 there, or how should I do it?
That I don't know, because we don't do F1, so I don't know the answer to
Mhm.
that question.
But it's okay if I send it to them.
That's okay.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you.
Good luck, Prashanti.
Thank you.
All right. Let's say hi to Eon.
Hi, Mr. Jim. Good afternoon.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. You know, I spoke to you last week, like it was Friday, and I told you what went on. Well, I had some good news for you.
Yes.
I checked my status, and it issue.
Nice. So this is Guyana, right?
Yeah, and only yesterday I checked the status, and it was administrative process, and today it showed issue.
Nice. Nice. That's great. They have your passport?
Yeah, but the visa is issue, so I could just wait for the confirmation to go and pick it up now.
I'm very happy for you.
Thanks a lot. I learned a lot from your show, and I think that will help me through this process, because I was starting to lose it, because you don't hear anything, you don't know nothing. But listening to your show, he enlightened me a lot of things. With the simple things, you keep it very simple, and it pays off in the end. Thanks a lot for your thing. I'll just follow up, let you know.
You're welcome, buddy. Let me know when you get here, okay? Bye, Ian. All right, let's say hi to Isaac. Hello, Isaac.
Hey, I just had a question for you. My wife issued the I-130 for me last year in July, and I got the EAD card, but I didn't get proof for advance parole. Is that indicative of anything for my case? The weakness of it, the strength of it?
That's true for everybody. This is again one of the dumb things immigration does. I don't know why they do it, but they're really, really behind on EADs and advanced parole. So they decided to separate them out mostly on the combo card and just give people work authorization without advanced parole. So your case is like lots and lots of other people's cases. I don't think you need to be worried about it.
Okay, another question. So when we're filling out the paperwork, I had to mention that I got in trouble as a minor. So I mentioned my all the problems that I had as a minor, and then some traffic tickets as an adult. And so then I had to go get the fingerprints to get the records of it, right?
Yeah.
The records of my past, but the juvenile court says there's no proof of anything, that nothing in my name ever comes up in as an adult or minor. So I had to get fingerprinted twice and nothing. Do you think that can be a problem later on?
Yeah,
I mean, likely cause an interview in person.
Maybe. I mean, if you had crime A, crime B, and crime C, and they all happen on different days before you turned 18, I think you still need to list them on your form, even though you don't have any records of them. Right. I think USCIS will understand that the records are sealed or whatever, and you can't get them. But at the same time, you still need to tell them so that they can ask you about it at your green card interview.
Okay, do you think that's more? Do you think that's gonna most likely mean I have to have an interview?
I do.
Okay, yeah, because they sent an RFP for the marriage. Well, only for that. They didn't ask for any more marriage material. They only wanted the court transcripts, but nothing from. I couldn't get anything from court other than a paper saying nothing pops out.
Did you say they asked for more marital evidence? They asked for more marital evidence too?
No, they didn't ask for any marital evidence. They just wanted the traffic tickets, like, that stuff. But according to the court, there's no evidence of it. There's no proof I've ever gotten in trouble or anything, even as an adult.
But you listed the arrest and stuff, right?
So one time I couldn't hear you.
On the 45, you listed your arrest, right?
Yeah, the arrest only happened as a minor. As an adult, it was just traffic tickets.
I know, but when you filled out your 45, it says, have you ever been arrested? You put yes, and you listed the times you were arrested, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, just let us know, Isaac, what happens, okay? Good luck, buddy.
All right, bye.
See you, man. Christine is here. Hello, Christine.
Hello, Jim. Finally, I'm on your show. Hello to everyone. And I'm the one who just answered the question, Jill. So my question to you, Jim, is my husband filed for me and they sent for an RFE request of medical report, which I did 2 months ago. I have
Yeah.
not received any receipt notice saying that they received it, but when I track it, it was delivered. And it's at the Fairfax office.
That's all you're going to get.
I did not get any receipt notice.
There's no receipt for a medical. They don't give you a receipt on a medical.
Oh, because I was worried about that.
Nope.
So I just have to sit and wait until I get a response from them.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for that. The second question, and this is the last. My stepdaughter is here. She's here from the 6th of January. And I paid for the green card from this 18th of January, and she did not receive it. I contact them today through, Emma or Emma, whatever it is. And they're saying that they put a hold on it in March, some date in March. What is the next step that I need to do so that she can get the green card?
So did you say your stepdaughter?
Yes.
So you're the U.S. citizen?
No, my husband is.
Your husband's a U.S. citizen?
Yes, he is.
So it's his stepdaughter.
No, his daughter. It's my stepdaughter. His daughter. It's my husband's daughter. But I did the payment for the green card on the 18th of January. I have the confirmation from them and everything that it is being paid. So when I tried to do the inquiry today, it says that there was a hold on it in March. They put a hold on the green card in March.
On the payment or on the green card?
On the green card.
So, okay. So I'm a little confused. So your husband is a naturalized U.S. citizen?
Yes, he is. And when she left Jamaica on January the 6th, because our interview was the 3rd of January. And when he went for the interview, he asked if they could give her the green card so that she could leave on the 6th, and they gave him back the green card the same day. So that's a lot of people don't know that that's even possible. So he got the green card the same day on the 3rd when he went for the interview. She left the country on the 6th. She's now here, but she has not received the green card here as yet because Anna paid for it from January the 18th. It's way over the 120 days.
I see. Okay. So I had it backwards in my mind. So she was here in the United States. She applied for adjustment of status. She had her interview. She got approved. He said she's got to go.
No, she came from Jamaica. The interview was done in Jamaica. He went for the interview in Jamaica with her.
Okay. Did you pay and he paid the Ellis fee? You paid the Ellis fee for him because he was in Jamaica.
Yes, I paid it here when she arrived here on the 18th.
You paid it after she arrived.
Right.
That's the problem.
You
have to pay it before she comes.
But I paid my son own also after he arrived, and he got his own in like 87 days.
Well, he got really, really lucky. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to pay the Ellis fee after the interview, after the approval, but before they come.
But the problem is why I couldn't pay it. It was not showing up on the system, and even the lawyer was doing it, but it wasn't coming up on the system. You know that they say you have to wait a couple of days. So I was thinking maybe because she got the green card, the visa the same day at the interview.
She came too fast.
But he explained that to them. That's the reason why they gave him because the interview was done after 7 in the morning, and
they don't know anything. They don't know anything. They don't know anything at the embassy about how the green card works.
Oh.
So as far as the hold, I don't know. That's weird. You might need to file an I-90. You might need to. I would start bothering them and ask them what they want you to do. But I think that there was a break in the timeline, and I think that screwed up her case.
Okay, so I need to file the I-90.
Maybe. I would talk to them first before I did that.
But how do I speak to anyone, though? Because that's a problem. When I call the number, I'm not getting through to anybody.
That's the eternal question. Yep. Yeah, I'd give him. I mean, how old is the girl?
She's 18, and she went for a job interview a week ago, and they're saying that they can't give her the job until she gets her green card. She has to have some proof.
I understand that. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the problem is I-90 is going to take a year.
and then she needs to leave in August to attend something in Jamaica pertaining to our sister. So that's
Nope.
not advisable
No.
also.
Nope.
And then another thing, our mom is filing for her in Canada. Should the mom switch it to here or what? It's just a whole lot of stuff going on.
She should do one thing at a time. She should focus on getting her green card. She should focus on establishing her residency, and then she can worry about Canada.
Because they had her sign a form in Jamaica because they said that she was qualified for citizenship.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay. I don't know what.
All right,
to
Christine,
say.
I gotta go.
All right,
Sorry
thank you
about
very much, Jim, and continue the good job.
See ya.
Yeah, right.
All right, Dan's here. Hello, Dan.
Jim, how you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I have a two quick question about the friend's kids. So they filed the reentry permit, and so they're trying to do because they want to send the kids home, and I think I don't know what's that reentry permit is, but they're trying to see when they can leave, like because they heard from somebody else that you can leave the state after you take your fingerprints.
Biometrics. Yeah, I think that's old news. I think now you're much better off staying here until you get it. I think technically you can still try that, but USCIS knows much more when people leave, and we've seen people apply for reentry permits and then leave right away and then never get it. So I think that's risky.
Yeah, because they said and then how long that will take to receive the reentry permits?
We should wait a little bit and see in the comments how long it takes people to get their reentry permits, but I think it's probably 7 to 9 months, something like
7 to 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other question was if so they came with the what do you call the lottery green card?
Diversity visa, yeah.
Yeah. And then so he's asking that what if the kids stay out more than 6 months, and then if they come back after 1 year, is that going to be an issue? But the parents will be here.
Yeah, if the kids leave for more than a year, they might not be let back in.
Oh, okay. Got it. This is the only question. Thank you, sir.
Bye, Dan. See you, buddy.
All right.
Sukhdeep is here. Hello, Sukhdeep.
Hey, hi Jim, how are you?
Great, buddy. How you doing?
It's good. I have one question. One sec.
Okay.
I have in my case I-601A waiver.
Yeah.
Couple of months I applied lawsuit in your office in the February 28.
Yeah.
And I nothing answer for my lawsuit.
Well, what did they say? What did the government say?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, he no send me nothing. Yes, your lawyer he sent me an email a couple of weeks ago. He tell me just wait.
So, well, I mean, when did the defendants get served?
I'm sorry?
When did the defendants receive a copy of the lawsuit?
On lawsuit, I apply February 28.
Right. So when did the defendants get the lawsuit?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. Well, since you're a current client, you should talk to the lawyer that's handling your case. I can get on that call with her, but we shouldn't talk about your case in public on television because you're our client. Do you understand?
I don't understand that much, but I don't know. Couple of weeks ago, I call again. He sent me today for his email morning time. I don't understand that much. Yeah. So
Okay,
what happened? Is a lawsuit is not work 601A?
I can't talk about your case in public. So when the show's over, I'll make sure that the team reaches out to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Sukhdeep.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's head to Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on your show.
Sure.
So I have one question, Jim. My case is I-730. I think I spoke to you before, 3 months back.
Okay.
So I had the case approved, and my children had their interviews done and their medical exams done. And so we are waiting for the visa letter, hopefully. And my plan was, if I had my travel document ready, to get them from another country, but I don't have my travel document yet. So I'm asking maybe if they're gonna give the guardian a visitor visa.
Nope. Nope.
Wow.
No, you're gonna have to figure something else out. They won't. How old are the kids?
The firstborn is 14, the secondborn is 5 years.
So I think you're gonna have to like figure out somebody who's from your country who can go and get them. I don't think that I know they're not going to give a visit visa to somebody to bring them here. And if you can't go, how long's your reentry permit been on file?
I'm sorry?
How long has your reentry permit case? How long has that been on file?
It's on I-730.
I mean, your travel document. Sorry, your travel. You need a travel document to go get them, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, just a year. So it's processing within time.
So you filed your travel document a year ago,
Yes,
and USCIS still hasn't decided it.
not yet.
That's sort of ridiculous that it's taken over a year. Have you called them and bothered them?
Uh-huh.
And do the kids have the visas in hand already, or they're still waiting?
They're still waiting.
So I would wait until they get it and then keep bothering USCIS if they haven't approved it. If they approve the kids' visas and you don't have your travel document, then call me and maybe we should sue them to get it for you. Otherwise, I think you're just going to keep waiting. I don't know what the problem is.
All right, sounds good.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye, Jim. Thank you so much.
Okie doke. Stacy's here. Hello, Stacy.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I have a question. I'm in the F1 category. My stepmom filed like a few years ago, so we did the I-130. So
Yeah.
we just got an approval after years, maybe 5 years, which we were told it's gonna be, 7, 8 years. But they sent the, what is it, I-797 that we need to do. It's now approved, and in the
Yep.
approval it says that we need to do a I-824 because we said that we were gonna adjust here and pick it up back abroad, something like that. I don't remember, but this is what they said. So we have to do a I-824, something like that.
You're combining things, I think. What are you in the United States or outside the United States?
I'm inside the United States. We filed inside the United States, which we had to do a waiver. We were told all of that. So, but apparently when it's now approved, they said that when we originally did the I-130, that we stated that we were going to adjust here and pick up abroad. So they're confused. So it's at immigration. So we have to do the I-824 for it to go to the NVC, something like that.
Right. Okay. So you filed the I-130 all by itself, right?
Yes, because we were told that we had to do the waiver and pick it up abroad. Yeah.
Which is true.
Right.
So now the A24 has been, now the I-130 has been approved, but your visa is not current. You're still years away from having a current visa.
Right. But it is saying that we need to do I-824 because it's at immigration. So they didn't send it over to NVC because they wasn't sure because of what was stated at the beginning when we did the I-130. It was like they said that we wrote like we were going to adjust our status here and then go back abroad to do the interview, something like that. So it's at immigration now. So
I see. So you need to do an 824 to get them to start treating it as a consular case so that you then can start the process, then do the waiver.
Right.
And then I got you. Okay, so what's the question?
So the question is, the I-824 that we should do, is that a form that we do online, or is that something you mailed in, or?
I believe it's only done on paper.
Okay, so
we don't file things electronically, so I don't know what is available electronically because we do everything on paper.
Okay, so it's a form that has. So we have to get a lawyer to do the I-824.
If you're trying to pull off an adjustment,
no, we're not doing the adjustment. They want us.
Hold on. If you're trying,
go ahead, Jim.
If you're trying to get a green card based on the facts that you laid out to me, not only do you need a lawyer for the 824, you need a lawyer for the whole case.
No, I know we're gonna do the lawyer, but when we did it, like the lawyer told us, because it's so much years that we could wait until it gets to like the NVC process for us to process to do the waiver and go back home. Then we could wait till that time to hire a lawyer.
I think that's true. I think that's true, but I think that time has now come. I think you're at the stage now where you need to get a lawyer involved.
I got it. So the lawyer have to do the I-824 and everything else.
That's my vote.
I got it. I was just trying to figure out if it's something that we could do the I-824, and then after it get to the NVC, we hire a lawyer to finish the process, the waiver, and finish processing the visa. That's what I was trying to be clear on.
So again, so I think now we've reached the point where you need the lawyer.
Okay, got you. I got you. Thank you so much, Jim. Did we reach out to you like via email or?
Yeah, you can just email us info. You can just, I'd like to see that I-130 approval notice with the direction to send in the 824. Yeah, you can email that to us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
You got it.
I appreciate it.
See ya. All right. Shanad is here. Shanad, hello.
Hey, thank you for letting me in.
Sure.
So my wife is a US citizen and she applied for an I-130 for me last year, so July of 2022, and it is still under processing. So the question that I wanted to ask was, is there any way we can expedite that and maybe bring in a lawyer to help us with that?
Why should your case go ahead of other people that are waiting?
So when we started the process, it said it is 6 months, and now it is.
Oh, that's a joke. It hasn't been 6 months for a long time. So I think, I would say July, August. It's still stuck at USCIS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're overseas?
Yes, I am overseas.
Yeah. So I would say if you haven't heard something by July, then we could sue them and get that part of it moving, and then be on to the National Visa Center. What embassy are you at?
As in the center, processing center, or
no? When you have your interview, what embassy will it be at?
It'll be in India, in Mumbai, yeah. I believe.
So I think it's really slow, which is why they're probably not working too hard on it. But yeah, I would say that if you don't have a decision by August 1st, call us back and we can sue them and get that part of it wrapped up, and then it's on to the next stage with the State Department.
Sure. So should I roughly, and last question, like, should I roughly expect about from here on, like about a year to complete the whole process?
I mean, you can ask people in the comments and see what they say. People will comment on Mumbai. But yeah, I would say about a year after it's approved, not a year from now. I'd say a year after it's approved.
I-130 is approved. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye, Shanad. See you, buddy. George is here. Hello, George.
Hey, Jim. Thank you for taking me on the show.
Sure. How you doing?
Hey, 1 second. I'm just gonna sit down over here. Yeah, the story is like this. I came to USA in 2006. In 2010, I was arrested at my home for the immigration police. After that, they let me go the same day. They give me an alien number, and I had the court in 2012, and they closed the case. After that, I got married in 2017, and I filed the documents. They approved me the half of the documents that I got married, and my marriage is like
Real.
real. And after this, we sent the letter to Miami court to reopen the case because they closed the case with administrative closure, like that they can open any
Not
day they.
termination.
Yes. And they rescheduled the 2020, but it was the COVID. They moved to 21st, and on 21st they moved back to 23rd on July 12th. And upcoming, I will have a court, the master hearing. And my question. And we also send a lot of like waivers them to just to close the case. We send all the documentation like taxes, marriage, that all documents that keep us together and stuff like this. Question: how long it's gonna take after the master hearing that this clause gonna be dismissed, or what is my next step?
So, do you have a lawyer in your deportation court case?
Yes, I do.
Does the lawyer do a lot of deportation work?
I don't know. I really not really happy with the lawyer that I have, but that's another story.
Is the lawyer in Miami or is the lawyer somewhere else?
I moved in 2016. I moved to Chicago, and we working. He's working from Chicago.
So you're not now your immigration court case is in Chicago, and you have an attorney who works in
No,
Chicago.
the actual court it's on July 12th in Miami, downtown Miami.
So you haven't updated the immigration court of your address change.
He told me that the best way to do it, because if we're gonna.
Nope. Did the lawyer file a motion to terminate proceedings?
That's what he told me. I paid for this, but when I was trying to reach the court, they don't give me any information. And on the website that I'm logging my A number, I just see the upcoming master hearing and no waiver that was applied.
Okay. So this message, this is for you and everybody else, George. Okay. You are always in charge. The lawyer always works for you. If you want something from your file, you 100% have the right to ask for that from your file. And the way that you ask it for your file is you say, "Dear attorney, my understanding is that you filed a motion to terminate on my behalf with the immigration court in Miami. Please send me a copy of that within the next 3 days. I need to review it before my upcoming hearing date." They will send it to you. If they don't send it to you, then you have a bigger problem, because either they didn't file it or they're not listening to you. Either one of those is a problem. So the first thing we need to know is, is there a motion on file? But I'm more worried about, I don't think the judge is going to be too happy with you when he finds out. The first question, every single time I've ever been in immigration court, the first question that every judge asks, "George, is your current address still block, Miami, Florida?" "No, Judge, I live in Chicago." "What in the hell do I have this case for if he lives in Chicago?" And they get really mad. And then and your lawyer's just been sitting on the case. There's no sense of urgency. They're not trying to move things for you. They're just like writing it out, hoping things work themselves out sometime. That's not how this works. So the reason I was asking if you have a lawyer that does deportation a lot, really the only way you get a motion to terminate granted is if the attorney works in that court all the time and is sort of friends with the government attorney. Because if you have some lawyer who just half-asses it and doesn't really know the OCC in Miami, doesn't really know the judges, then most likely the judge is just going to roll it again on your court date in July. So you George, I'm not blaming you or anything, but you have to take control of your case. Right now, nobody's fighting for George.
Okay, what should I do after
Well,
I take the letter? If they send the letter, okay.
so you have a court date in a couple weeks. So I would, if I were you, now I don't know. Do you owe this lawyer money, or have you not paid him a lot of money? Is that why
No,
he's?
he didn't start any job before he get all the money. Like,
Oh,
you know.
so I mean, you can be as aggressive as you want, but I mean, you're entitled to know all the time he spent on your case. You're entitled to a complete copy of your file. You should ask him. I mean, if I were you, what I would do is I would send the lawyer a letter and say, I need to know some things. What was the date the motion to terminate was filed? Is the judge going to hear the motion to terminate when we come to court on July, whatever it is? Why haven't we told the court that I live in Chicago? Don't we need to update my address? And, you know, what probably is going to happen is the lawyer's going to not do anything and then is saving the fact that you moved in his back pocket to try to get you another court date, which of course is okay for him, but not okay for you. You got to, you have an approved I-130. You should have your green card by now.
Right? Like I'm here since 2006, and I feel like I'm not in the best country in the world, but like I'm in the jail, you know.
George, do you have any kind of criminal problems or anything?
Never.
And did you have a visa that you overstayed?
I came as a J1 student from Ukraine.
Did you have the 2-year return home requirement or no?
I had the requirement to come back after the 3 months staying here.
Okay, so you probably, but do you know about Rule 212E? There's this thing called, were you like working at a hotel or something?
I don't know anything about this rule.
Okay. Hey, George, you know what? I don't usually do this, but I will help you get this situated. If you email me about your case and any paperwork that you have about your case, I'll help you deal with your lawyer and we'll go from there. Okay. I'm probably not going to be your lawyer, but I'll help you at least get pointed in the right direction. Right now, you're not even pointed in the right direction. And I think that if I don't help you, it's just going to be more and more time for you.
Yeah. What should I do? Should I just can I ask for my case and I send you the case that you take a look for it?
I'm going to help you write to the lawyer. I'll help you. I'll help you get things back on track. Okay. Okay.
Okay. But so, I didn't hear.
Oh. Well, hopefully George can find us. I don't know what happened to him. Here he is.
I'm sorry, I lost you.
Okay, buddy. So just do me this. Send me the full name and address of your lawyer and send me your court hearing date, and I'll write an email for you to send to him, and we'll get things squared away. Okay. I know what to do.
All right. I will send you an email in a few minutes.
Yeah, and tell him Jim says he wants to see this right away, because otherwise I won't get it until like a day or two. So tell him Jim needs this email right now. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, George.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Bye, buddy. Lizzie's got it. People seem to be scared of their lawyer, even though they're paying the lawyer thousands of dollars. Why is that people are scared, please? I think that's a great question, Lizzie. I certainly never try to scare my clients. I don't want people to be scared, but I think there's a natural tendency to be scared when you're in a tricky situation like George. You know, he's facing deportation, and I actually think the fact that he's paid the lawyer lots of money makes it more scary, right? Like, I don't know. And you want to trust your lawyer. You want to think that they know what they're doing. And this lawyer, based on the facts that George laid out, this lawyer hasn't really move the ball forward. Got the I-130 approved, but as I often say, if it's a legit marriage, that's sort of the easy part. The hard part is the mechanical work of getting things moving. You know, remember, you're always trying to get from the immigration court back to USCIS. And there's lots of moving parts on George's case, but like he said, he's been here a really long time and doesn't really have anything. And obviously he doesn't want to go back to Ukraine. So tricky stuff, but I think we might be able to help him out a little bit. All right. Hansa's here. Hello, Hansa.
Hello, Jim. Thank you for having me. How are you today?
I can barely hear you with that mask on. Go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. I have a question regarding my green card. So I got recently approved for my green card. I have it in hand, but the problem I have is I got served divorce papers the day before my green card got approved.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but yeah, that's like worst case scenario. That's a tricky time. I think I just did a video about this. It probably hasn't dropped yet. It's like, yeah, I did, because that guy came on the show and said my wife withdrew the I-751. The guy came on the show last week and said that his wife had divorced him without even telling him, Hansa, and didn't even serve him. Like, you at least got served. He was living in another state and she served him by publication. So okay. So let's back up. Where did you come from?
From Europe, Czech Republic.
And when did you come to the United States?
In 2016.
And when did you get married?
2019.
And what was the start date on your green card?
Just a couple months ago. We never applied for a conditional green card. We were married 4 years, and we applied for the first green card in 3 years, after 3 years of marriage.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So you got married in 2019 and you filed the I-130 in 2022.
Yes.
Okay. Note to self, everybody. This is one reason why you file that I-130 as soon as you can, because you never know what's going to happen with the marriage. Okay. So you file this I-130, you file the I-130, what month in 2022?
What month we filed? We got the receipt in March 2022.
Okay. And then no interview?
Yeah, interview was waived.
Okay. And then what's the date that your wife filed for divorce?
March 3rd.
March 3rd, 2023, she filed for divorce.
Yes.
What's the approval date of the green card?
March 2022. March 22.
March 22nd, 2023.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
The 10-year green card is approved.
Correct.
Okay. And when did you get a copy of the divorce?
Sorry, you just dropped out. Sorry,
Hansa. When did you get a copy of the divorce?
So the jurisdiction date, I was just at the court today. The jurisdiction date is 21st of March.
What is that? I don't know what the jurisdiction date means. I don't know what
that means. Because I didn't actually get served. She sent me an email and I replied to the email. I didn't actually get served.
So I guess my question, so you waived service?
Yeah, pretty much.
So my question is, so you're saying March 21st is the day she sent you that email?
Yeah, basically that's what is on file. Yeah.
So that's the day you found out that you were divorced, or that she was filing for divorce?
Yes.
And is the divorce final yet?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I know that was the worst mistake of my life for not filing for the conditional one.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Well, so let's play it out. So I mean, they didn't ask on the day they issued you the green card if you're still married, right? Now you have an obligation to notify them. I would, in theory, you have an obligation to notify them. I think you probably do.
So I did get a bona fide RFE.
When was that?
That was That was January 3rd,
Yeah.
23.
So there's probably some questions I want to ask you. I'm going to ask you. I don't want you to answer, but this is something maybe you and I can talk about off camera. But these are
Okay.
just the things that I would think about is, you know, you were married from 2019. I mean, sometimes people think everything's fine with their marriage and they get the email about getting divorced. Other times people have lived apart for 6 months. So I think that's going to play into whether you had some earlier duty to tell them. But man, I think there's an argument to be made that you didn't have to tell them until the 21st, because, you know, sometimes when people are fighting, they work things out and you never know what's going to happen. So
there's, if I can stop you, she filed for divorce on January 3rd.
yeah.
But I didn't even get served. She withdrew the filing because we were still trying to work on our marriage. And then she filed again on March 3rd.
So she filed twice.
Yeah.
Got it. So, I mean, that helps. If you had an interview, what field office would it have been?
San Diego.
I want to talk to my wife about this one. And I want you to email me, because I want to ask you a couple questions that I don't want you to get on the record on camera.
Okay.
I'm thinking, so if we play it out, so in 5 years, you'll be able to apply for citizenship, because you'll have to wait because you won't be married for the 3-year rule.
Mm-hmm. But I'm worried that in the 5 years, if that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, no, that's the right question. So what I'm wondering is, I think we could play a little trick on them. And that is to get a long affidavit from you explaining everything that happened, like you just explained to me, like the timeline, and then send it to them, both to the San Diego field office and wherever your case got approved out of. And then we have proof when you apply for citizenship that you notified them and they were free to do what they wanted to do. Because I think that puts them in a box. I think it makes it much harder for them to try to take away your green card if you notified them relatively quickly after receiving it. That, I mean, I think you could even argue she'd already filed for divorce once. I didn't even know for sure that I needed to tell you until I talked to hacking. And then we just decided, out of an overabundance of caution and to be completely honest and forthright, to notify you so that you could do whatever you want to do with my green card.
So you think I should send them a letter right now?
I don't know.
Notifying them?
I don't know. Because here's the thing. On the flip side of that is, if they get your letter and they say, hey, oh, you're right, Hansa, we shouldn't have given you your green card. Then what do you have? You don't have anything.
Right. The thing is, it was just 1 day, so I didn't really even have time to.
No, you didn't have
notify
time.
them.
No, you didn't have time. And of course, if it had come a day after, then that's a different thing too. So this is the kind of thing, Hansa, it's not going to be in any law book for me to figure out, right? It's not like there's a book that's the law book says this is what you do when this happens. We're just gonna have to talk it through and go with our best bet. So I would say email us, tell me we're on the show. Let me talk to Imani. She's got an asylum interview tomorrow, so maybe give me till Friday, and then I'll email you back.
Yeah, I was emailing you already, but
Okay.
you're the intake specialist, Juan, I think.
Yeah.
He told me that you don't offer legal advice.
No, I don't. That's why you got to come on the show, but we can talk about it.
Okay, so I should email him again and let him know you wanted to talk to me, or?
Yeah, if you're in the system as Hansa, Julio find you now.
I'm not. In the system.
Yeah. No, it's okay. No, don't say. Just email us back and say, I'm Hansa, I was on the show, and we'll take it from there. They'll know what to do.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Jim.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Wow, that's a head scratcher. That is a head scratcher. You can see arguments both ways. Certainly, it seems tricky. But as Kem says in the comments, the divorce is still pending. It's not final. Yeah, I think Imani Yeah. I think we'll probably say don't do anything ultimately, I think, but we'll have to think it through because, it's all about the citizenship. Of course, if he doesn't ever want to become a citizen, then he's probably okay. But, obviously most people want to get their citizenship, and maybe there's something we can do with the ex-wife. Maybe she'd be willing to sign off on an affidavit too. That might be something. Tricky stuff. Yeah, that's the other thing is that when people get divorced, usually it's not too friendly, but if it is friendly, we might be able to get the I-130 approved a different way. So hold on a second. That's my daughter. Nora, I'm still on the show. I'll be home in a little bit. We gotta leave still. Oh, it's the one. Nora's yelling at me. Go ahead, Nora. Tell everybody it's time to go. It's time to go. It's 4:30. All right. I didn't even notice. I was talking to a guy that I liked on the show. So now I got to go. Okay. I'm coming. Bye. All right. You heard it here first. I got to go, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming on the show. This is a very interesting show. I'm a little bit tired now from all the questions. Uma's asking, what's the email address? It's on the camera all the time. It's info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Thanks for the Alejandra. Notice the typo episode. We'll fix that in post-production. I'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central. Do us a favor if you can. Leave us a review hackinglaw.com, hackinglaw.com. And if you want to be in the waiting room first tomorrow when I turn on the camera at 4, text the word show to 314-470-3300. Glenn is right. The boss says go. And so we're going. Thanks, Huli. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.